avoid these types of agents? Good afternoon, everybody. It's a Monday here in St. Louis, Missouri. For those of you who don't know me, my name is John Schink, and I am the founder and managing broker of Deerwood Realty here in St. Louis. Does that give me license to talk all things real estate? I don't know, but I will. And fascinating article today talking about, what kind of agent should you avoid when you're looking for an agent. Now, there's 15 things, and we're just going to go through them and see if I agree with them or if I don't. And if I don't, I'll tell you why. And if I agree, I'll tell you why too. So let's get into it right now. Here it is, the 15 types of real estate agents every buyer and seller should avoid. Well, thank you so much, Forbes, for looking out for those people that are looking for an agent. So choosing the right real estate agent may be just as important as choosing the right place for the next chapter of your life. To help 15 members of the Forbes Real Estate Council, of which I'm not on, weigh into on the number one quality to avoid in a real estate agent. If you're scouting prospective agents for your next move, be sure to avoid these types. Now, this is a very fascinating thing. In my career, as I've gotten older and more experienced, I find that sometimes some people just kind of mesh together and some people don't. But I swear a lot of people like mirror their clients. It seems to be the best way to go about it. But let's get started here. So number one is too hungry. Agents need to tell their clients the truth, even when the truth is difficult to hear. Failure to do that is not representing clients at the highest level of integrity. If they're too hungry that they will sell you anything, they're not looking out for the client's best needs. So yes, I agree with that. You never want, oddly enough, I was working for a brokerage one time and the manager was like, "Oh, we need our agents to be hungry." And I'm like, that's not a good plan because they're going to screw over their clients royally. So if your real estate agent pulls up in a disgusting car and they look disheveled, maybe even homeless, it's probably not somebody that you want to be doing business with. This is just me though. I don't know. But that's definitely true. Number two is rushed. It says, I would avoid the agent who is always rushed, always in a hurry and doesn't have time to focus on your needs. A person who's only focused on landing a sale might not be good for a long-term relationship and creating value for the customer. It's best to know your priorities and choose a broker who matches them. So do I think that if someone's rushed, that's a bad thing? It depends. I mean, if they're rushed and they're doing business, that might be a good thing. But it's the way it's phrased. A person who is only focused on landing the sale may not be a good for a long-term relationship. Well, sometimes people just want to sell their house. They don't really want a commitment like that. So I don't know. Number three, overly pushy. I agree with this one. As real estate professionals, we are entrusted with the honor of guiding our clients through one of the most significant financial transactions of their lives. The last thing anyone needs is a real estate agent who is not acting as a fiduciary, but instead bullying their clients into purchasing a property that is not good fit just to get the commission. So, as you go along in business, you'll find people that are a little bit more pushy than others. But what if you as a buyer or seller really want somebody pushy and annoying? Then this wouldn't work very well for you. I've just noticed that people like different things in different people, and it's kind of hard to figure out which way they're going to go. Number four, non-experts. I advise my clients and my family to work with a true real estate expert. Just because they have a license or they're the sister of your best friend doesn't mean they have the knowledge or expertise that is needed in today's very competitive market. It's not personal, it's business. In our market, reputation and expertise win the offers. Yeah. Sometimes people are full of themselves, and so they seem to be more experts than anyone else. Those people I try to avoid because they're normally just looking out for themselves. But this one here says non-expert. So if you get along with your cousin who's, nice and seems to work out, you shouldn't use them. You should use someone that's an expert, and they tell you that they're an expert every 5 minutes. So I kind of disagree with that. Number five, poor communication. Clear communication is the key to smooth real estate transaction. Answering your phone and emails is 70% of the battle. It's really interesting. So I agree with this. But at the same time, during a deal, is it beneficial to sometimes not communicate? Sometimes it is. Sometimes it is, especially with the other agent. If they're ringing up your phone all the time, there's something wrong on their side. And but you're not going to know that when you first meet someone. You're not going to know that trait. So I don't really know if that works. Inattentive to your needs. So you want a real estate agent who you trust and feel comfortable working with. While experience is always important, personal chemistry is critical to a successful and ongoing professional relationship. Avoid an agent who makes you feel uncomfortable or isn't attentive to both your financial and emotional needs. If your agent isn't meeting those needs, find a new representation. So this is kind of interesting. It kind of splits it up. So they talk about personal chemistry being critical to successful and ongoing professional relationship. Okay. But then it says, avoid an agent who makes you uncomfortable or isn't attentive to your financial and emotional needs. So that's two different things. It could be the same thing. But how is that related to poor communication? It kind of is. They're not, obviously, if they're not communicating with you, they're not attentive to your needs. So, kind of blurry. Misaligned values. Identify and select your agent based on what is important to you. Here are a few questions to get you started. How responsive and communicate was the agent to your inquiry? Do they have areas of expertise? Do they demonstrate integrity and etiquette? Are they full-time or part-time agents? Knowing what values are important will help you make your choice. Fascinating questions. Are they a full-time or part-time agent? Does that tell you that they have the same value that you would as a buyer or seller? No, not really. How responsive and communicative was the agent to your inquiry? So do you want someone to call you 20 times in 15 minutes and blow up your phone and text? I mean, does that make you think you have a better agent? Do they have any areas of expertise? Well, that's a very interesting question too. If they're an e-pro, is that really relevant in 2021? Very, very fascinating. Maybe agree. Number 8, talks more than they listens. Agents shouldn't talk more than they listen. The old adage, we have 2 ears and 1 mouth so that we can listen twice as much as we speak, is rule number 1 for a top producing agent. The ability to listen acutely and ask meaningful questions is what builds trust in a relationship. When you make it about you, talking too much about yourself and your accomplishments, you turn away potential clients. Now, and we're number 8. Okay, there's 15. What I've figured out right now is when I'm reading this, these people have lost listings because of these things to someone else, and so they projected what they hate about the other person, and they put it in this article. So I agree, you shouldn't talk more than you listen, but how are you going to teach your buyers or sellers anything if you don't say anything, if you just listen to them? So if my seller says, hey, I think it'd be a great idea to have leave my dog in the listing, do you care? Should you just say, oh, that's totally fine, that's good? So you got to be able to communicate. I'm not so big on the way that's worded. Number 9, a lack of passion. Some agents treat their business as a hobby and don't take it with the seriousness it deserves. People looking to buy or sell a home are making life-changing decisions. They don't have time for someone who is going to treat their transaction as a hobby. This attitude can lead to unresponsiveness, lack of knowledge, and poor negotiation in the transaction. It'd be interesting to know how you define passion. So when I'm in a deal, like let's say I'm representing the buyer, we put in an offer, and I don't know if we're going to get the house or not. I'm a nervous wreck. Let's say I'm a listing agent and I've listed the house and we got an offer accepted, and I'm a nervous wreck until the end of the deal because I don't want it to fall through, because I would not want to disappoint my sellers. Is that passion? Is that a good thing? I don't know. I feel like it's shaving years off my life, but and then is that a good kind of passion? I mean, what do you want? Do you want me to argue on your behalf? I can certainly get argumentative with other agents, but I don't know. It's interesting. I don't know how you're going to find that trait when you first meet somebody and you decide to list your home with them, or you meet them as a buyer's agent. Number 10, treat you like a transaction. Brokers should not put transactions above long-term relationships. Bringing value is how one builds long-term and repeat business with their best clients. A transactional relationship makes the broker replaceable. So that's interesting. So this person wants a long-term relationship. But, you know, I don't know. Some people don't want long-term relationships. I mean, you're assigning a value to your clients that you don't even know if they have it. That's like talking more than they listen. I mean, maybe they want you to talk and they just want, I mean, it's just, this is very, very subjective. I don't know if I put all these into place, I don't know that I'd be a person. You know, it'd be someone you wouldn't want to, you know, do any business with. So number 11 follows personal motivations. Well, buying or selling is one of the most significant milestones of one life. Now you'll see that over and over. Buying a house is the most important financial decision of your life. Okay. It is, it's important, but I mean, there's other decisions that are more important. Anyway, it's crucial to work with agents who place each client's ownership goals over personal motivations for closing the deal. Choose professionals who uphold their fiduciary duties of loyalty and care while advocating on your behalf to find the right home or produce the best sales offer. Well, I mean, I don't know how you're going to see that trait right up front. And I don't know. It's interesting. I don't know that you'd ever want to choose somebody that isn't looking out for you. But then go to number 12 and it's called it's this dishonesty. So what if the person is following their personal motivations but is being dishonest about it? A dishonest scarlet reputation will follow you wherever you go, and deservedly so. Real estate is often a large investment for purchasers, and dishonesty in the process hurts buyers, the industry, and yourself. Be better through education, integrity, and honesty. Clients will welcome you with open arms, and I bet you sleep better at night. I don't sleep very well at night. I think I have a disorder. I don't think it has anything to do with my business. And clients welcoming me with open arms. Got a lot of clients that do welcome me with open arms, but I don't think it's because of the honesty or dishonesty thing. I think they just like to work with me. I would never want to be dishonest, but I don't know that being dishonest actually hurts an agent over the long haul based on the agents I've seen that are dishonest. So anyway, 13, part-time agents. Avoid part-time real estate agents. While the barrier to enter the industry is low, it's difficult to survive and thrive as an agent. It takes dedication and volume to stay on top of market trends and other changes. Everybody knows somebody who knows an agent. While it's tempting to go with them, it takes full-time professional to properly assist in one of the biggest purchases of your life. That's been around for a long time. So if you're a full-time agent like myself, can I say don't go with part-time agents just to say it? Because I'm already ahead, probably. It is difficult to survive and thrive as an agent. There's no question. Dedication and volume to stay on top of market trends and other changes. I agree with that too. I don't know. But this here, everybody knows somebody's an agent, correct. But if you get along with that person, go ahead and use them. I mean, if you hate them, don't use them. Anyway, 14, celebrity status. A real estate transaction is about the customer, the buyer, or the seller, not about the real estate agent themselves. Be sure your agent is humble, accessible, and professional. Celebrity manifests itself not just in delusions of grandeur, but in arrogance, short-temperedness, bombastic claims, and similar characteristics that often hide the incompetence and lack of actual talent. Well, that's very well written. As far as celebrity status, very fascinating. In St. Louis, if you're like one of the bigger agents, you are kind of a celebrity. Okay, but you probably got a team of like 20 people. So you're probably not doing the deal yourself. I don't know. If you use your celebrity to get more listings and get more buyers, is that a bad thing? Or is that a different category? I don't know. It's tough. Last one, unavailable. Today's market is aggressive and fast-paced with lack of homes for sale. It's mandatory that your realtor respond quickly and communicate often. Agents who are not available to show homes regularly, answer questions, and communicate poorly with other agents will not win bids. The best agent may not be the best for you. Find an agent who will give you the attention and effort this market requires. So that's that. I don't know. It's fascinating to see what other agents say. Have I used any of those things in listing presentations? Of course. I'm a full-time real estate agent. Why would I go against somebody that's part-time? But at the end of the day, it's about, you're not going to know these traits. They're hidden. any question you ask, an agent's going to go ahead and try and answer it in a way that's going to be the way they think you should answer it. Kind of sales. You're mirroring your client. So maybe sometimes I don't do very good with listing appointments when I'm up against 6 other people. I kind of feel like it's a waste of my time. So anyway, that's what I had. I'd be interested to know what you think. If you could put a comment down in the comments section, or if you could give this video a thumbs up, something that indicates to Google that you're watching and engaged. They like that. I'd appreciate it. I wanted to say thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. And I will catch you on the next one.